Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and there's 2 different levels that you can, subscribe to, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows. So if you are far away and you couldn't make our last live show, it will be on the website. We're going to record this future live show. It's going to be on Patreon, but also bonus episodes each month. You guys tell us all the time you want more episodes. This is a way for you to get more episodes. So you're going to get our basic Tuesday, Thursdays that we always put out, right? But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
I can't wait to talk about in detail some more stories because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
They just unsubscribed. This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. So if that is breaking some of your hearts, just go ahead and subscribe now. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/bloodyhappyhour.
Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
Well, this is your favorite Bloody Happy Hour book?
It's your new book. What is this?
Hey y'all, this is April.
Oh, this is Caroline.
This is Bloody Happy Hour podcast.
This is your Quickie edition, Tuesday Quickie.
Yes,
we love a Quickie. Talk about what's in the news. What is in the news? Because I only know one thing that's in the news, but it has nothing to do with crime.
We have a
new
missing
president?
white woman.
Oh, missing white woman, your favorite.
And it's another Texas.
Don't tell me it's another Papini or Cheez-Its or...
I hope not. Well, I mean, actually, that's better than her being dead.
That's true.
Actually, I hope so. So her name is Melanie Ballinger from Wiley, Texas.
Oh.
And she's a Texas mom. So at 6:35 a.m., Monday, November 4th, so just now, she was reported by guess who? Who do you think would report her missing
spouse?
Her husband. Reported her missing at 6:35 a.m. Husband said that she was last seen that night. I don't know why I thought something was falling.
Because I picked it up and it's on a wobble.
Wow, I thought the building was falling down. So, okay, he said that he had last seen her that night when they went to bed at Sunday night at 10 o'clock. They went to bed together, but when he woke up, she was not there.
Okay. Did she go work out?
And she nowhere to be found. The daughters there's little daughters. They looked for her all around the house, and when he noticed that she was nowhere near and that her car was still at home and her cell phone and her purse and all her medication was still at home, he called the police. Now, he said that, she didn't even take her credit card, her wallet, her anything.
Mm-mm.
And this medication, because she has a heart condition and she needs this medication to keep her heart going. She actually had an open heart surgery scheduled in the next couple weeks, and he said that she had been struggling physically and mentally waiting like for this surgery. He also reiterated that she needs her meds for her heart. She needs her meds. Okay. Now, police are asking the residents, like in the neighborhood, to look at their camera footage to see if they've spotted her walking, somebody at the house, and they haven't seen anything, or they haven't reported that they've seen anything. They also said that he keeps reiterating that she was here at home. We went to bed last night at 10 p.m., but nobody else can really corroborate that. Like, no cameras can corroborate that. The only thing that they can corroborate is that she was at Walmart Saturday. So from Walmart on Saturday with the family to Sunday, they don't know what happened. Like, there's nobody else that can say, yeah, I saw her at home.
The kids?
I guess they're too little. I guess they're like little bitty. Her family, their extended family, because they usually go to church. They didn't go to church. Said that they thought that she was at home sick, so that's why she didn't go to church. So, he put a message out there, and because the news reporter was interviewing her, and I had to watch this interview.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't like a Chris Watts interview, but it wasn't like a sobbing, scared husband interview either. It was just very like, we love my wife. She's a great person. Please find her. So the reporter was like, do you want to say anything? Do you have a message? And he goes, yes. If she sees this, I love her. I hope that she's safe. Her daughters are missing her, and we want her back. Please, please, please come home.
Okay, that does sound like Chris Watts.
No tears, no anything.
Please come home.
Yeah.
I really, really miss you.
There has been...
I chopped you up and I put you in the dumpster, but it's fine.
In the dumpster. There has been searches. Dogs, police. There's been air searches. This is in Wiley, Texas, so it's right down the road in like Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I texted a friend that I thought was still coaching there, but she's not there anymore. So I was trying to get some inside scoop.
Yeah.
She has black hair, brown eyes. She's 5'7", 135 pounds. I even went to TikTok and Reddit just to see if people were saying sketchy stuff about the husband, and it has been nothing but what he has last said. So they're not after him yet. Like, people were on Chris Watts immediately. People were on
Scott Peterson?
Heidi Broussard, the pregnant. They were on her husband immediately. He ended up being innocent.
Yeah.
They're not on him yet. Like, I'm not seeing like comments. I'm not seeing how sketchy it is. It's just kind of, I don't know, downplayed. So I'm gonna watch it, because where is she? And she can't.
I don't know.
Live much longer without her medicine.
She's not alive, first of all.
If she, yeah.
I mean,
if you run away, you're gonna take something.
At least, unless you have this whole secret life planned out and she like escaped and is in the Bahamas living her best life.
But you're gonna want to get your heart surgery first, because you're not gonna be able to live in the Bahamas.
Maybe she already had talked to the Bahamian doctor, and he already got her meds ready.
Got it scheduled. No. I mean, it's something real sketchy.
If
the husband's not involved, then when he goes to sleep, she sneaks over to the side piece, and the side piece got her. But it has to be the husband.
I mean,
he's cute though. He's really cute, but they usually are.
That's the worst kind.
Yeah.
They're always cute ones.
They usually are.
The hot ones are always the worst and the
Are they
craziest.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why I'm great.
So, Liam Payne, we talked about him a couple episodes ago. One Direction guy. On October 16th, we talked about how he fell from the balcony and died. There were 3 people arrested this week or today. But it was for kind of aiding in it, but not assisting in it. So basically, it's supplying the narcotics and leaving the scene, leaving him abandoned. Like they were there, they gave him the drugs, and they saw him in a state and then left.
Then he jumped out?
Or they saw him walk. So they also ruled it, they also said that the death had nothing to do with him doing it intentionally, so no suicide, but then also no physical harm by another person. So that leads me to believe that he was just that drunk and that high that he stumbled off.
The very, very, very first video I saw of it that I can't find anymore, it looked like, first of all, it looked like it was somebody, like, he was almost trying to, like, grab onto the window, like, swung out open, and it's almost like he was trying to hang on to it, and then he fell out. So it didn't look like he jumped out.
Yeah.
I thought
accidental.
that the building was on fire because it looks, like, smoky in there. And I was like, is somebody... I just randomly scrolled past it, thought somebody's jumping out of a burning building. But unless he just was, like, smoking it up and then, like... You know what? I have fallen through a door before.
Because you're that drunk. Well, there was cocaine, alcohol, and antidepressants in his system. They said he had been extremely overwhelmed by all the legal issues. I can't remember if you talked about that, but his ex
did a cease and desist. And I don't know if it was like an ex-fiance or whatever.
Ex-wife, they have a daughter, I think.
I don't know the whole...
Well, she did an interview. They had broken up. She did an interview where she basically called him a psycho and a stalker, like that he calls her constantly, calls her parents, calls her friends, like just doesn't leave her alone, just harasses her. So she did a cease and desist to stop that. But she went to a public public forum and put that out there. And he was dealing with that backlash.
Yeah.
Plus, she said that he turned his fans against her, so she was being like cyberbullied and stuff because the One Direction fans now hated her. So police, though, are still investigating, and they have raided 9 homes. So the person 9 homes is a part of this. The hotel employee got arrested for supplying cocaine. Another drug dealer got arrested, and then his his assistant, the person that was with him in Buenos Aires every day, he or she, they haven't released names,
personal assistants,
got arrested because allegedly they all gave him the drugs, were there, and then abandoned him after it happened.
After he fell out, they left him?
Abandonment of a person followed by death. Supply and facilitation of narcotics.
So if you sell somebody drugs and they die, you get arrested?
Yes. If you sell somebody drugs, you get arrested. Now you contributed to...
You didn't know they was going to die. What are you getting arrested for?
You know drugs can kill people.
How do you know that... How do they know that that's who sold it? Do they see it?
That's what the
investigations are. Are they like maybe on
are.
Cameras, I guess?
Yeah. Or text messages. Can I have some of that? And then the hotel worker brings it up there. Do you have some cocaine?
Cocaína.
Abandonment of a person followed by death.
So he was basically like if you have antidepressants, like you take that daily, that's a daily thing. Mm-hmm. And then you're drinking, and then you like do a couple lines. But I don't feel like, no. I'm just saying there had to have been something else, unless he's like on unless they're saying he's on like Xanax but I don't.
Maybe he just did too much,
That's true.
All day,
if he was like drunk,
too much
and
alcohol.
then he's doing coke, I guess it's like overuse of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Or maybe like they were like sleeping pills. Sometimes.
Not if he is trying to hang off a window.
Well, maybe
I don't know. They didn't say the type of drug yet, and maybe they will later on. Let's go to Maryland. This is my last story.
Well, the only good news about it is like hopefully he didn't like
kill himself.
anything. You know, because if you're like that messed up, maybe you just don't even know what's happening and you just are like, you know.
I don't know. I hate that because I always feel like at least if you're in your right mind, maybe you have time to like repent before you die or like say, Lord, I'm sorry, I want to go with you. Now you're just dying drunk and high.
But he had done a few interviews talking about how he had like tried to commit suicide or like had thought about it, or like I think he tried multiple times, or he thought about it. Like he was considered suicidal,
Yeah.
so that's I guess probably why they thought it was a suicide, but I guess it wasn't.
Probably only this video footage ruled out that it wasn't.
Yeah.
That now they took down because it's a video of somebody dying.
Dude, it was.
It's probably the only reason. There's probably more. You know, if it's in Buenos Aires, there's other nice hotels around that made it look like that it wasn't intentional.
Ugh.
All right, let's go to Maryland and let's meet the worst daughter ever.
Oh.
Her name is Candace Craig, 45 years old. She was found guilty just this past Friday after an 8-day trial. She was found guilty of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and disposing of a body in an unauthorized place. The body that she disposed of was her 71-year-old mom, Mama Margaret Craig. Now, Mama Margaret, I'm assuming they lived together, confronted Candace for credit card fraud. So Candace must have been getting some credit cards in Mama Margaret's name and messing up her credit. So Mama Margaret was like, hell no, I'm calling the police and I'm pressing charges. So Candace, instead of like taking ownership for what she did, being sorry, she choked her mom to death.
As one would.
And then when she was dead,
She said, bitch, give me your credit card.
Candace called over her daughter. So
Oh, no.
granddaughter, Mama Margaret's granddaughter, Salia, to come and help dispose of the body.
What did Salia do?
Helped dispose of the body.
What's wrong with these people?
Salia said that she had found her grandma stuffed inside a blue plastic container in her bedroom, and then she helped her mom chop up grandma's body with
Did
a
her mom
chainsaw.
threaten her or something? Like,
No, just
she's like, okay, Mom, let's go. Let's chop up.
I can't even.
I cannot
think about-
imagine even trying to chop up like a chicken, much less a human.
We literally say that
I know,
every time,
but I
chop up
can't.
body.
I can't.
But I can't even. Okay, chop up a stranger. Don't chop up a stranger. But this is your mama and your grandma.
I don't want to chop up nobody.
Okay, so
I hope Salia
tag team.
turned on Mom and then stabbed Mom and started chopping Mama up.
ooh, let's see where that's
That
gonna
would have
go.
been a good.
So, mom daughter duo,
Mm-hmm.
chainsawing grandma. They dispose of some of the body
Come on.
in the backyard by grilling it
They
on the
were
barbecue
hungry.
pit. Listen,
They ate it.
with
They
a
was one-
ton of seasoning to mask the smell.
Well,
That's a
is-
first.
You know what? That they hungry, and they getting creative. and
Catherine
they,
Knight just put vegetables in there.
Catherine Knight also had knives hanging over her bed. So I don't know.
They were black folks, so they were like, let's go throw some Lowry's on there.
They sure did.
Lowry's
They did.
seasoned salts.
Let's get some spice it up in here. Come on, let's go.
But like, how does that conversation go?
Hey, go
Just
out-
put it
can
on the
you-
grill.
Yeah,
Go
just
on
put
and
it-
get there and
go
get
on,
that Lowry
Go get the
seasoned
spice
salt.
it. Go on, get it.
That is horrible.
You know what? If you add a little garlic salt, onion powder, you ain't gonna be able to tell that it's a body
No, you're
because
not.
that smell is real strong. Cloves, garlic cloves.
And maybe it worked because police didn't get called immediately. It
They just thought they
wasn't
were cooking.
until a week later neighbors noticed they hadn't seen Miss Margaret around.
I'm like, at what? Are you like,
It was
hey,
a week.
grab the calf. Grab her calf. Let's grill the calf.
What
grab
did you
the
grill?
foot. Let's grill the foot.
I wish I would have saw this trial because I would have liked to know some of those details.
Grab the torso. Oh, don't fit. What? Did they grill the whole body?
No.
Just a couple of parts.
Yeah.
That's...
So neighbors called the police and they're like, do a welfare check on Miss Margaret. We haven't seen her. She's usually outside, I don't know, cutting her flowers or something.
Do it. She's
And so
being a
police
housewife.
showed up and daughter Candace was there because she lives there.
Yeah.
And she let the police in and they looked over and they went into the basement and they immediately smelled rotting flesh.
Oh.
So it must not have made it out. The smell hadn't made it outside of the house yet. They saw blood splatter everywhere and white plastic trash bags.
She didn't clean
that
any
had
of it up.
brain matter inside of the trash. So trash bags full of brain matter. A week later, you had a week to clean.
What was she doing? What kind of drugs is she on? She on LSD,
I think she
meth?
was online shop. Was she online shopping with a credit card? I think she was. I don't know what she was doing. No, I don't know
She was
anything about
busy
drugs.
shopping, and so she couldn't even clean up a little bit of blood. She left the blood and everything everywhere.
Maybe she was like, I'm going to get caught. Let me just
she probably
let
did.
me just finish watching.
She
my
was
shows.
not even trying to cover it up.
They also found cutting tools in the chainsaw, and both of them still had body parts, blood, and remains on them. Like, you didn't even wipe off the blade, man.
She did not even do anything.
They didn't even take the meat off the grill because it was just charred on the grill with the Lowry seasoned salt just packed on it.
Just wasted the seasoning salt.
I added that part on there.
I know, but I feel like it was. I feel like that did happen. I think that did happen. But why are you going to waste all that seasoning? At least, you know they took a bite. You know that's why they put the seasoning on it, because they had to take a bite.
They both got arrested, and Salia pled guilty for accessory after the fact and testified against her mom in court.
Oh, good. You're next.
Both of them are guilty, and sentencing will come later this month. So I'll just watch for the sentencing. And where are we at? Maryland? You got to get... I mean, how do you not kill at least Candace? She needs the lethal injection.
I know. She needs the firing squad.
But you don't you have to... Oh, it's first degree. So she's guilty of first degree. You can get it for first degree. But I don't know if it's in Maryland.
I don't know the rules of Maryland, if they have death penalty. Some states don't, or...
How horrible are you? And then I was just pissed and done after that. So that was my last story.
I'm not mad at it.
What about Delphi?
Okay, so it's pretty wild. I mean, the whole issue is the prosecution has been they have not mentioned so many things. Did I talk about the trail cam?
Yes.
Okay, there's a trail cam. They didn't talk about that. The defense had to bring that up. But also, there's this other guy who has said he was out there at the time of the incident, of the murder. He confessed to his sister that he was involved in it. He also told police, well, if my spit is on the girl, does that mean that I'm a suspect? Yet they did nothing with the guy. They did not arrest nothing. Yet, but then 5 years later is when they are like, it's Richard Allen who did it.
Yeah.
And because, he gave all these confessions, but he was been in solitary confinement for 13 months.
Literally psycho.
And he went crazy.
Yeah.
And he just seems like a normal guy. He really does.
He was a pharmacy tech or something?
A pharmacy tech at CVS.
Wow.
And he was just on the bridge, and I don't know. It just seems real shady.
So they did closing statements, and we're going to
so
know
far,
when.
as of today, the defense is wrapped up. They did closing statements, and the jury is currently out deliberating.
So by the
And
time
I'm
you
2
hear
days
this,
behind. Yeah, by the time you hear this, hopefully we're going to know. And okay, the one of the girls I've been watching, she does these amazing notes. She's so detailed. But she said that, like, she'll watch the jury anytime the jury's watching something, because they watched a video that took, like, it was like an hour video of several different days of him, Richard Allen, the alleged murderer, while he was in solitary confinement, and like how he was being treated and the things that he was doing. So they were watching as he's masturbating, as he's eating his feces, as he's like rolling on the floor and being crazy and like just like losing his mind.
Yeah.
And she's in the courtroom because she can't see the video. She can only watch the jury as they watch the video. And she's like, there's so many that are just like covering their eyes or just like this or or look, because it seems as if they feel bad and don't think that he did it and think that he's like just been driven crazy to do this stuff. So based on her perception of the jury, it seems like, and also with this trial, some trials they get to do this, that where the jury gets to write questions and then they like get to send the question to the judge, and then the judge will ask the question. Person on the stand has to answer the question, and then the defense or prosecution or whoever can like continue on with whatever if they have to add another question to it. But so the jury does get to ask questions and clarify things that they don't understand.
Yeah.
Also, this jury is sequestered. Yeah.
I was able to ask questions.
Well, but
I didn't
like because typically, like the jury can't talk to each other about the case at all. But
what?
I mean,
each other.
Yeah, typically that's what they say. Even if like they're not sequestered, whatever. Typically, from what I think or know, is that you can't talk about the case the trial. You can't talk about the trial to each other until you're deliberating. Okay. All you can do is talk about like, hey, how's football? How's the weather? So
like if y'all go to lunch together, you don't talk about I do. Yeah. Okay, I do remember that.
So, but with this one, I don't remember if they can talk about the case. I think they might be able to, because I mean they're sequestered. I don't know, but they're sequestered and they're like probably all best friends now, and it's just so interesting because they have to talk about it.
I know. They have to watch the news. They have to do all. Well,
stuff. I mean, I don't know how they can if they don't. I don't know all that. But anyway,
they put you in a hotel room, so you still got your TV. You still got.
But I don't know. Maybe they took the TV out.
You can't violate their.
I don't know.
Rights.
I don't know. I mean, I would be like, how am I supposed to not be on my phone?
Oh, you'd be like Richard Allen. You would. If they took away your TV and your phone.
Oh,
you'd be acting
I
like
would
Richard
be
Allen.
rolling in my poop and doing all kinds of things.
I had a coworker that had jury duty this coming Monday, and so she needed somebody to cover some of her meetings. So I was like, "Oh, I'd rather cover your jury duty, but sure, I'll cover your meetings." Why did she email me and say, "I was able to talk to the judge and get exempt from jury duty. I don't need you to cover my meetings anymore. Thanks." And I was like, why would you ever do that? And I'm never talking to you again.
That is real bad. Did she say she was racist or something? Like, what did she say?
I don't know. What is more important than jury duty?
I don't know, but I only want to be on jury duty if it's like a good case. Like, if it's something like real dumb, I don't want to be on a jury duty.
Well, you can't
if it's like a traffic ticket or something.
What if it's a good...
If it's a good juicy murder, hell yeah. But then... I cannot imagine having to sit in a... Are you more into it if you're on the jury?
Yes, you want to listen to every word because
I know, but like, what if it's like all the technical stuff where it's like the boringest of all the boring, and like, oh, I went to college, I have this degree, and I have this degree, and I have this, and DNA this, and gun bullets this, and
you can take
casing
notes
for this, and all this, and this. I'd be like, I would have to doodle.
You could take notes, and you get them to come in and clarify.
Some of them don't allow you to take notes. I'd be like, I have to. I can't not take notes. That would have to be exempt from that. I have to get a letter from my psychologist, who does listen to this podcast.
Nice. Okay. Well, that is all we have.
So we'll have a verdict
Yeah, we'll have a verdict.
We're going a lot of places on Thursday. We're traveling all the places.
Is it a cruise ship?
It's kind of like, have you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yes!
That's
With
pretty much
DiCaprio.
what we're doing.
Okay. Is it the story of Dirty Chad?
Well, no, because he wasn't traveling like all over the places doing all the things.
Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.